on News 34 is sponsored by Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Tonight, we share the story of an Endicott man who has dedicated his life to his family, his faith, and the struggle for civil rights. News 34's Roy Santacroce spoke with Reverend Arthur Jones about his mission to find a need and fill it.
We may be eating better, riding better, sleeping better, living better, but as far as the conditions of our world, we live in a world that's still, that we deal with racism and prejudice, that it shouldn't be tolerated.
Reverend Arthur Jones Jr. grew up watching his father preach and eventually establish his own church in Rochester in 1974.
The church has been the main factor, the main key that has helped people of color to survive during our history. That we came over on slave ships and we helped build this country.
Though he was reluctant at first, Jones followed his father's footsteps as a minister. In 1998, he was assigned to a small church in Binghamton called Mount Sinai Church of God in Christ.
A lot of times I didn't feel qualified because the members, they were like more educated. Like I said, some had PhDs, some had master's degrees, some had business, some were business owners. And I didn't have a clue. All I knew it was that I was on Sunday morning, I had to pray, sing, preach in that order.
When Jones was just starting off, the bishop told him that preaching is only about 10% of the gig. So he got involved in local civil rights activism, serving as the president of the Martin Luther King Jr. Commission and supporting the effort to erect a statue of Dr. King downtown. He also organizes an annual men's retreat, which is a 3-day camp for men to open up and talk about things that they normally wouldn't.
We've had the judge, the police officer, and the inmate all in one room. No robe, no gun, no handcuffs. My belief is that if you save a man, you save a family. You save a family, you save a community. You save a community, you save a whole world.
Jones and his family settled on the north side of Endicott, and all 4 of his children attended Union Endicott schools. But his life was not free of tragedy. Jones lost his first wife, Camille, to complications from diabetes, and their daughter, Carmen, to brain cancer when she was a senior at UE. However, all 3 of his sons would go on to great success as professional athletes. Chandler and Arthur played in the NFL, and John is one of the greatest fighters in the history of the UFC. Jones says that when a parent supports their kids, they'll learn to support themselves.
Along with the challenges, success came along with, like I said, with the kids. I didn't see it. So you never know how life is gonna turn out. But we know it all works best for the good unto them that love the Lord.
But once again, Jones stresses that the work is not done. He tells a story about a woman who asked him why we have a month dedicated to Black history.
Do you feel like there's a need to celebrate Black history? And I had explained to her, yes, I think it's important. Because I said, what do you mean? Well, history will repeat itself if we don't celebrate. We need to know where we came from and push towards a greater and a brighter future. We've come a long ways, but we have a long ways to go.
Jones is now remarried to his wife Dolores and recently won the Outstanding American Award from the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. But he won't rest until all children of color have the opportunity to reach their greatest potential. In Binghamton, Roy Santacroce, News 34.